Hey, it's Mike Watson with Keller Williams. Here's an article I found this morning saying that we're in for the worst real estate crisis since the financial crisis in 2008. I was just doing some market stats anyway to see how the month of January went and saw this and figured I would say why this just isn't true, at least locally. So in 2008, we had just under 6,000 homes for sale in January, with an average sales price of $224,000. In January of 2024, we had 715 homes on the market with an average sales price of $467,000. So it doubled the sales price, and we're at about 11% of the inventory that's available. Okay, so that's our supply, right? Now let's look at our demand. So in 2008, of the 5,951 homes that we had on the market, we had 365 go into escrow. That's just over 6%. Fast forward to January 2024, of the 715 homes we had on the market, we had 380, so 15 more than January of 2008, go into escrow, which is 53% of the homes that were on the market go into escrow. That shows you that there's a very high demand, right? And a lot of people will say like, oh, well, interest rates are higher and that's going to cause the market to turn down, right? Okay, let's look at that. So back to January 2008, the average monthly payment based on the sales price and interest rate of that year, or of January of 2008, versus the average sales price and average interest rate of January 2024, the payment went from just under $1,700 a month to just over $3,600 a month. So yes, it is much more expensive to own a home today than it was 16 years ago. And yet we had more homes go into escrow this year than we did in 2008. And not only was it more homes, but it was an insanely higher percentage. It was 53% of the homes on the market go into escrow versus only 6% of the homes go into escrow when the average monthly payment was just under $1,700 a month. So that's our supply and demand. And then because I talked about inventory and escrow, might as well throw in the closings. So in January of 2008, we had 252 homes sell. That's just under 4.25% of the homes that were on the market. And in January of 2024, we had less homes sell at 209, but that was 29.25% of the active inventory. So again, with supply and demand, I don't see how we're going to face any kind of crisis in the market anytime soon. And then one thing I would like to point out that is similar for both of these years is they're both election years. So we're looking at two Januaries, 16 years apart, both election years. And the way the Fed holds the power with everything, I imagine that they won't do anything crazy and let any real problems happen. So we can expect politics to stay much the same as they did in those 16 years apart. So again, I don't see how the market can really be facing the worst crisis in 16 years. And locally, our supply and demand doesn't show that. Anyway, if you have any questions, reach out, call, text, or email, and I will talk to you soon.